Welcome to the Pretty Confident Podcast, where we embrace authenticity, own our worth, and build unshakable confidence. I'm your host, Sierra Renee, so let's dive in. Hello, my listeners and viewers. Welcome back to another week of another episode. I'm so glad to be here, as you already know, because when am I not happy to be here? Okay, let's get into it. And I hope that if you are here listening, watching, that you are happy to be here too. Okay, girl? Or okay, boy? I know I got men and women listening to this, okay? So, what's up? How are you guys doing? And thank you so much, OGs, for being here and being a returning listener. And if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for giving me a chance and an opportunity to show you my little personality and for you to understand what be going on this little TED talk of mine, the Pretty Confident Podcast. No, but for real, thank you so much for being here. I always try to lead with gratitude because I never want you guys to think that I take you guys for granted, and I truly don't. So I always like to lead with thank you, because you truly, honestly do not have to be here, but you are giving up your free time, your will to be here listening or watching to me now. Okay, so what's up? And how are you guys doing? I love to ask the question, how are you doing? Because I don't know. I really want to know how you guys are doing. Right now, I'm okay. I'm energetic. I had a little nap, which I dozed off on the couch, and I did not know I dozed off. Okay, it's been a lot of those lately. It's been a lot. But I'm trying to batch create because, y'all, when I batch create a few weeks ago, I literally did not have to record for like 2 or 3 weeks. And that honestly helped me so much with everything that I have going on right now. And like I told you in the last episode, I will let you guys know probably in like 1 or 2 episodes. I don't know. You gotta stay tuned to figure out. Oh my gosh, I am literally going to scream once I tell you guys. I don't know how I'm going to take it. And there may be even like a little sneak peek only on my YouTube. Okay, so if you're listening, whenever I announce what I got to announce, yeah, you're not going to be able to see it or hear it on the audio. You can only see it on the YouTube. So my YouTube besties are going to get all of the things first. And then you guys, whoever's listening will end up hearing later on in the episode. So definitely stay tuned and go follow me on TikTok. Go follow me on Instagram. I don't know what you're doing. Prefect.pod. And if you're not listening, well, if you're not watching and you're only listening to the audio, that means that you're listening on a Tuesday or any other day. But if you're listening as soon as it drops, it's Tuesday at 8 a.m. And if you're watching this as soon as it drops, it is Wednesday at 5 p.m. Both times are Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're listening to this, go watch. If you're watching this, go listen. I need the views and numbers ran up on both platforms, okay? You got Spotify, Amazon Music, or iHeartRadio to listen, and you only got YouTube to watch, okay? So it should not be that hard to go click it and just leave it on while you're taking a shower, while you're taking a bath, while you're running errands, while you're watching a TV in another room. Just have it playing so I can get that view, so I can get that like. To those new subscribers that I have, thank you so much for subscribing. It means everything to me when I get a subscriber, when I get a like, when I get a new share, when I get a new follow. It just means all the world to me because this was literally just a thought. Okay? Figment of my imagination, of my thought process, of my whatever I was doing in my brain. It has literally surfaced into something bigger than I could have ever imagined. I have my podcast hoodie on. I got my own podcast corner. I have my mic. I have my gimbal. I have my phone for content creation only. I have my visual. I'm on 3 platforms. The amount of gratitude that I have for my discipline, for my I just don't even know, for my dedication to this platform, to myself, to show myself that I can do this as a one-woman team, that there is no limit to what you want to do as long as you want it enough, badly enough, you are going to make something shake and happen. Okay? There is no level of words that I can express to just be so freaking happy that this is my baby, and I have literally like watched this platform grow. And those that have been here from the beginning, you have somewhat watched it grow as well. But the amount of sweat, blood, and tears that I have put into this podcast, literally, and some of the money that I have spent on this podcast is just unthinkable, unimaginable. And I'm just so happy that every dollar is well spent. And at some point, there's going to come a time in life where, I may spend money on something that is not beneficial to me. It's not beneficial to the podcast, but that is going to be a lesson for me to learn. But so far, I've just been so happy, so grateful, so dedicated, so motivated, so disciplined to any and everything that I put into this podcast specifically. And I'm just so glad to see the repercussions and the fruits of my labor. Now, we are going to jump right into this episode because I would hate to waste your time in dilly dally. Okay. I think I got a lot of my like talking antsies out in my last episode when I talked about double standards. So if you are tuning into this episode and you have not watched or listened to the double standards episode, definitely go listen and watch because it is definitely something that you don't want to miss or not here whatsoever, because this series is definitely about the perfect match. And if you have not watched it, you don't know anything about it, you need to go watch it, okay? Because this is a dating show, but it's also a game show. Because at the end of the game, at the end of the show, people vote for who the perfect match is. And it's a lot of celebrities kind of get an intermingled across the network the Netflix universe. So we got Love is Blind, US and UK. We got Love Island, UK and US. People that get on there. We got The Mole. We got what else? What else? What other shows? The Ultimatum. We got a lot of Too Hot to Handle. We got a lot of different Netflix series that all of those people get intermingled. And I believe sometimes you just don't know the type of people that you need to be around in order to find your match. Like, if I did not go on my cruise that I did not want to go on when I met my fiance, I promise you I'd still be single to this day, okay? Until he found me. And he feels like he would have found me. And I'm like, how? Because you were in the military. I'm all the way into the sea. You was in Savannah, Georgia. Was it Savannah or Hinesville? Whatever. You was in Georgia. And you're from the Caribbean, living in New York, Pennsylvania. So I just feel like at some point our paths, there's no point that I feel like our paths would have crossed. So there are just certain times and places where you could honestly find your soulmate when you think it was not possible whatsoever. So I do like the concept of this game show, this dating show, because it just puts a lot of different people that may not have met but know of each other in the same room to see if they're truly compatible, to see if their compatibility goes further than just physical appearance and what is surface level, to see if you truly like this person as a person of who they are, or if you just like them for their looks or whatever the case may be. Because I see a lot of, what do I want to say? I see a lot of maybe like chemistry and physical attraction that once the two people have a conversation, it's like, yeah, no. Like, I literally saw the interaction between, I want to say her name was either Alex, or I think her name was Alex and Louis. I literally saw their conversation, like heated physical attraction, because they did get placed on a date. See, you just gotta go watch it if you haven't watched it. But they got placed on a date. The physical attraction was there. But then when they got back into the villa, literally their conversation was like, and I saw it go just drop. And so I feel like then that's when people just feel like, oh, well, I could F around with this person, but I can't take them seriously or want to date them. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. But, this really shows you who you are as a person and what you are willing to accept, or how hard you are trying to be and trying to date somebody else, because you can be there for the wrong reasons and honestly just want to F around with people. But if you truly come on this game show, I hope that they all have good intentions to the point where they do want to find their perfect match. They do want to find somebody that they're compatible with. But if you are out there gaslighting and just leading people on. That's not what the show is here to do, but it can, unmask people's true intentions. Okay. So this episode, like I said, the last one, we talked about double standards and some of the examples that I posed from the Perfect Match this latest season. And then this episode is going to be about, I don't know, just the difference between men and women when they find somebody that they truly like. Okay, so I say men and women, the difference between them when they find somebody that they truly like, because I feel like every single time, almost every time, that whenever a man and a woman on the show, finds each other attractive, gets together, sticks together, especially since day one, the women will entertain the idea of, going on a date, because that's what the dating show is. Like, if you don't have the power to pick somebody else to go on a date, you are at risk of being placed on a date by force. Okay, so the women, they'll go on the date, they'll come back and they'll come right back to their man. Okay, they truly gave the experience the time and attention that it needed, and their date the attention that they needed without bringing up, you know, everything that they're going through in the villa. Because I feel like when you bring outside stuff into the somebody that is about to be new to the house, you kind of, I don't know, mix some stuff up. But I say this because there are a few times, more than a few, that these couples were being matched. They kept on matching, recoupling since day one. But it constantly seemed like the women, once they felt like they knew that they were locked in with this guy, they lost sight to other men. And I feel like it's the same thing in our day to day lives, not just celebrities and influencers, but I feel like it's the same thing for us people that were dating or have tried dating or are still trying to date. Excuse me, when we are trying to find our perfect match, okay, because that is truly what we are trying to do in this thing called life. When we are trying to find our perfect match, when we get in these relationships, when we get in these, exclusive relationships, and we give so much time to somebody and we truly think that they are best for us and that they are, the best thing that has happened to us, we lose sight of everybody else. We don't care what anybody else look like. We don't care, like, because our energy, our time, and our focus is on this guy. But I feel like it's not 100% the same thing with the men, right? So there was this one couple. Ooh, there was this one couple. I want to say her name was Lucy. I am so bad with names until I'm like actually watching the stuff. But Lucy and Daniel, they've been locked in since day one. She hasn't had eyes for any other guy whatsoever. It didn't look like she was swayed at all with all the other men that came in that villa. But the moment Daniel went on, like all of the guys went on like a beach retreat without the girls, he was kissing and licking and doing all types of other things with this other female. And this kind of does play into this double standard topic that I did discuss in my last episode, where he was so upset because they had a kissing challenge where, again, there are some things that are, involuntary on the show, but all the islanders, I think is what they call them, or all the people in the villa had to put on like noise canceling headphones and blindfolds, and they had to make out with each other, and they had to rate each of the kisses 1 through 10. So she rated his kiss, Daniel, a 9, and Ollie's kiss a 10, which obviously that made them lose the challenge, because what you do want is for you and your partner to get the most amount of points. So if rate your partner a 10, you rate your partner a 10, that's 20. If everybody else, either gets a 1 or a 9 or whatever, obviously they automatically lose and then you win. But she rated him a 9, her partner, and then rated Ollie a 10. Obviously he was so freaking upset because Ollie has a whole beard and all of this, all this facial hair, and he doesn't have as much as Ollie. And so he was just so mad and made her cry and this and the third. And I do think she was a little bit sensitive, but at the end of the day, They are different. They're not similar in the way that their faces feel. And so, regardless if he had a mustache or not, you would have been able to tell if that was your man or not, because obviously they were kissing before, and now we're in a blindfold kissing challenge and you rate somebody that has facial hair a higher number than me. Okay, cool. Maybe she was being truly honest to the experience and she truly did like Ollie's kiss more. But at the end of the day, he was upset. She was being truthful. Whoop de doo. But then he gets away from her for not even not even 4 hours. And he is kissing a different girl, picking her up, licking the inside of her thigh. It is a lot. So double standards, one, but two, she never lost sight of how she felt for Daniel. Now, when they got back from that boys' day, and none of the girls, because the girls had a girls' day also, but they did not do anything. Nobody was hunky punkying, nobody was kissing. The guys were in the pool. Daniel and Louie had the two girls on their shoulders, had them making out. Like, it was a whole thing. It was crazy, and you have to go watch. The only people that will understand and get these episodes are the people that have watched the Perfect Match and know what the heck I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, the girls at their girl day, they were chilled. They were just talking to the guys that either did or didn't make it into the villa and that weren't ever matched or were matched and were kicked out, whatever. They were innocent. They didn't do anything. They didn't do any crazy stuff. But the guys over there playing truth or dare, three-way kissing, chickening in the pool with girls on their necks, making them make it, all types of stuff. And then when they came back, they lied. They lied through their teeth, but the girls could smell it on them that they was lying. So Daniel originally told her half the truth. I don't think, well, I think he told her some of the truth, but to me, if you don't tell the whole truth, you're still lying. Like, you know what the whole truth is. And he said verbatim out of his mouth to some degree that he didn't tell her about the licking or whatever because he didn't think he needed to go that far to hurt her. You already went that far. Now, the only thing that you can do is be truthful and tell her that you went this far because she wasn't there. Insane. And then the other guys in there saying, "Oh yeah, she is finer than Lucy. She is, her da 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 da." Huh. And then Lyda said that there were no kissing or nothing outside of the games. Y'all were kissing before and after the Truth or Dare game. And the only reason that people even play Truth or Dare is one, to mask the fact that it was a game, but two, we all know what Truth or Dare is to do. It's always dare, 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 kiss, 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 lick, lick, punk, punk. Okay? So I just don't like, this is yet another double standard, but I just feel like when a woman loves you, when a woman puts their time into you, when a woman deems you worthy of her time, love, and energy, she is not looking at anybody, okay, to give that same type of love, energy, and respect to. She's not looking for anybody else to take your place, or, oh, it would be interesting to know how this guy would be if I was to replace him with my significant other. No, women do not do that. At least the women that I surround myself by, at least the women that I saw on that TV show, they did not do that, not once. But the men, they constantly played in them women's faces. Constantly. I don't think there was, truly to me, a perfect match on that show whatsoever, because everything was so rocky. Everything was not solid. We had people lying left and right and only doing stuff because they had the freedom to do it because they weren't under the eye of their partner. But to me, in order to have that trust, you should be able to go somewhere with your friends and not crash out to the max. Like, you crossed that line and then some because I wasn't there. So what were you imagining when these people were in the villa with us and I was there just at a different spot in the villa? You wanted to do so much more to that person, but waited until I wasn't there to do it. So, men in real life too, they will constantly go out here and try to embarrass you. Okay? by looking and flirting and acting like they're single with other women, but then coming home and pretending like everything's all good. But women, we go out there, get stuff done, and come straight back home and have to deal with this crap, whether we know it or not. So, ladies, I insist you get a better man. If you are worried about this, if you see this man, because let me just stop there, okay? Because there's a lot of times that I just see that women say, yeah, I see him always eyeing other girls, and I just find it so humiliating when a girl watches their guy look at another girl. Because what, excuse me, what are you doing with your eyes? What are you doing with your eyes to this other female in the presence of your lady? Oh my goodness, this one girl recorded her boyfriend or whoever he was to her, I can't remember, baby daddy, whatever, recorded him putting on his sunglasses and checking out another girl across the pool. Across the pool. She's sitting right next to him. I digress. At the end of the day, men are going to embarrass you if you continue to let the embarrassment take place. If you allow this behavior, they're going to continue to do it. Or if you just choose the wrong person. Because some guys don't look at other women because they have a good one on their arm, or because they know that they're going to be faithful to this woman in their relationship and not be disrespectful. Some men actually prioritize their relationship over getting a little quickie from somebody that they don't know and they only find attractive. But if you are okay with accepting the bare minimum, it is not revolutionary that a man does not look at other women or a man does not cheat. That should be the bare minimum. Like my best friend says, you want me to reward a fish for swimming? That's what it should do. What? So let's get it together. Let's hold these men accountable. I'm not saying that there's not going to be other girls out here that look good. I'm not saying that there's not going to be other men out here that look good. There are a lot of good looking people on this planet. But I just feel like if you lust with your eyes and undress people with your eyes, regardless if your significant other is right there or not, highly disrespectful. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's always the woman that does not have eyes or even looks. Because I can tell you right now, when I go out in public, I am not looking at other guys. I'm not looking, I'm not speaking, nothing to other people. I don't even notice another cute guy out there because I'm not even looking at guys whatsoever. I'm not looking at nobody in their face, in their eyes. I'm not watching nobody, nothing. And so I feel like women are always typically the ones to have that type of mentality. But men, they keep the hope alive. Oh, I can look. Oh, I got eyes. Oh, I'm not blind. I know that she fine. Yeah, you did because you're looking. So I don't know. I can't say, men don't look because at the end of the day, men are going to do whatever they want to do. But I feel like the good ones, once they find somebody good, once they feel like nobody else is worth their time, energy, love, or support, they're not looking because they're not looking for anything out of another female. They have everything that they need beside them, whether she's right there or not. So let's stop glorifying the guys that don't cheat. Let's stop glorifying the guys that don't sexually look at other females in the presence or not in the presence of their significant others. It should be the bare minimum. It should be the bare minimum. Okay? That's all I got to say. But like I said, if you do not watch or have never watched The Perfect Match, you will not really understand what I'm talking about. So I really truly do hope that you kind of get a little bit of what I'm talking about, even though I did reference the show. But yeah, you guys, I always want to hear what you guys think. So drop in the comment section what you think of this episode, what you want to hear about next, what you're going through, what you think you want uh advice on, and I am here to help or guide the way or just kind of brainstorm some things with you, because I myself do not know everything. There are some things that I have not endured in my life, and there are going to be some things that I have endured and can connect with you and resonate with you. So, yeah, you guys, I love you guys. I love this episode. I love these little series because I thought about these things and I was like, ooh, I definitely need to touch on this, because I know my girls and guys are going to lack confidence in one of these areas, either not setting boundaries, having these double standards, allowing double standards to live and thrive in a relationship and in society, to allow these guys to continuously look at other females and thinking that it's okay because they're guys. No. Just like you don't want, just like your man wouldn't want you to say, oh, look at his gray sweatpants. Oh, we don't want you looking at other girls, okay? No double standards. But yes, you guys, I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Pretty Confident Podcast. Remember, confidence isn't about perfection, it's about embracing who you truly are. So until next time, stay bold, stay authentic, and stay pretty confident. Peace out.